That's my net. So I netted
Speed
about
check reported ahead on I-75 North.
hiring statewide. And we back with another video. Today is Monday morning. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I most certainly did. Had a chance to go to the park, a little food truck festival, and sit around and drink a couple beers and eat from different food trucks and enjoy the bugs landing on us as we tried to sit there and enjoy our wonderful time. But today we headed up here to ATL, to Atlanta. Actually, this load supposed to have been delivered in Atlanta on Friday, but I went to take a drug test, and I sat there for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And by the time they called me to the back of the clinic to get my drug test, the drug test I had sent over had expired, and it was after hours for C&K, and also the clinic was about to close. So I had to go and wait for our company based out of Chicago, so I had to wait till 9 o'clock, since Chicago is an hour behind us, before I could go take the drug test. So I didn't get done with the drug test until probably about 10:15, 10:30. And I told them it ain't no way in the hell I'm finna go to Atlanta on a Friday to deliver a load. We all know how Atlanta is on, Monday through Thursday. On Friday it get even worse. So that's why I got to deliver this load today. So we headed over here to the truck. I need to change this fuel filter. I got a little issue. I got a little fuel issue I'm trying to figure out, but that is something we'll see about once we get over here and once we get up the road. So let's get on over to this truck and we will make it do what it do. So let's go. All right, so we got this thing pre-tripped. I want to see what the battery's gonna be like. See that I had any kind of starting issues. Not the best start. I told you I got a fuel issue. Now I know y'all heard that cold start. That was a rough cold start. The other day I was out here, it was idling kind of rough. And I went out there and checked my fuel filter, and I had bubbles coming through my fuel filter. So I know it was catching air. Well, the plan was to go get another fuel filter and put it on here for today to start my week off with. I didn't have time this weekend, so I said I was just gonna run it like this today, and when I get back, I go get another fuel filter. But it have cleared up some right now though. It's running much better. But that was a rough cold start. But when we get back, I'm going to get a new fuel filter and air filter. I'm about 1,000 miles, probably about 1,300 miles away from a PM on it. So I go ahead and start getting everything for it to do a PM on it, do a service on it. And I'm having tablet issues this morning as well. Monday mornings. We on the road, baby. Finally, after 15-20 minutes trying to get my tablet to work, I finally just pulled out my paper logs. I went into the store and got a new charger for it, and it charged to about 2%, then it like to start charging. So what I did was I'm just not gonna touch it. I'm gonna see how far it charged up before I turn it on. I know we got a weigh station out here in Forsyth, so I did do my paper logs as correct as I could, so it shouldn't be no issue with that. Tomorrow, we gotta go down to Savannah, and I get another one that while I'm down there, or maybe it might start acting right, I don't know. Technology. You gotta love it when it's working right, but you hate it when it ain't working right. Get on up to Atlanta. Like I said, I picked this load up Friday, and and stuff just didn't go right. So I'm starting my week off really a day behind. over here to the Quick Trip and grab me something to snack on. And man, this truck idling so much better. Like, it was idling with like a grittiness to it. You can tell it had like a slight misfire to it. But right now it's idling a whole lot better. So I know it was getting air. I know the truck was getting air in the fuel system. But I don't like, once I open up a fuel, take the fuel filter off, I don't like putting the old fuel filter back on once I took it off. I would rather have a new fuel filter to put in there, new seals and everything, and fill it back up with fresh diesel and go from there. And that's what I'm gonna do when I get back. I'm gonna head over to Truck Pro or Fleet Pride and just go ahead and get a brand new fuel filter put in there. But it was idling a lot better right there at the stop sign than what it was when I was on before I left when I was parked at. But we're gonna go over here to the QT fuel. It's 413. It's 413, and I tell you what, this QT, even when I come through here at nighttime, when I be working at night, it seems like this place is always full of trucks. It's some of the cheapest fuel in the area if you don't have any discounts from anywhere else. But we get discounts. I pay probably about the same thing right now. Probably about $4.05 to $4.20 with our discounts at the Loves and, you know, the Pilots down there in Dublin and stuff. So it's not a huge difference in what we pay. But I don't like coming over here because it's always deep. Every time you stop here, it's always deep. You're going to wait at least 10, 15 minutes to get some fuel. I don't want to block him in, so I'm going to move over here. Move over here beside Old Dominion. I'm going to back it up. I seen the guy look over at me like, don't block me in, man. I seen the look on your face, but I ain't going to block you in. Now, if you can't squeeze out this hole, then you don't need a CDL. Even though I don't know whether he got a CDL because it's a straight truck, but you don't need no license if you can't squeeze through this big old hole. I see the baby head come out of her head this size. So let's get ahead and get us something to snack on, and let's see. She's still idling a little bit rough. It's a lot better than what it was back at home, but she still got a little bit of rough idle to it. Alright, so stopped and got us something to snack on. One of the little QT burritos. I ain't never had one, but my buddy at O'Reilly's was telling me about it the other day. You gonna go, OD? I'm gonna let you go, Old Dominion. If you're not gonna go, I'm gonna go. Like he taking his sweet little time, so I'm gonna go. Alright, gotcha. Well, yeah, my buddy, I really don't eat a lot of truck stop food. Whoa, well that didn't sound right. I know I'm having a fuel related issue with this truck. That didn't sound right at all. Station. I just left for QT and got me one of those burritos. Just trying something different. Every time I go in there, I might get a hot dog or get one of those Caesar salads. But I get tired of eating the same stuff, so I decided to try one of their burritos, and I got to say they're pretty good. My buddy was telling me about them. Nah, man, I don't want all that truck stop food. But hey, I gotta take my hat off to him. He right. I got a chicken burrito, and I got a pork. I'm about to get ready to eat this pork right now. After I see what Mr. DOT man gonna do with me. Come on, Monday morning, give me some of that Monday morning good luck. Truck must be at a way station. Yep, I see too many trucks going in for me to skip it. Plus, I'm on camera. I don't want to skip it while I'm on camera. So, let's see what they got up their sleeve this morning. Let's see. I don't feel like talking to you this morning, man. I'm ready to get on up this road and get back home. Yeah, when they make every truck come into the way station, I come into the way station. Not saying I don't when they don't make every truck come in. I'm just saying he got the green light. I got the red light. So let's go back here, see what's going on this morning.
Speed check reported ahead on I-75 North.
Hiring statewide. Stop here on red. Let's see. Yeah. Which I should be. Yeah, I got one. Which I should be overweight. Alright. Well, that's weird. Actually, I have a permit, but I know I'm not overweight. I bet I'm not even grossed out at 50,000. So I know I'm not overweight, so that's weird. But anywho, yeah, that's very weird. Like the container I got, I bet it's probably gross. It's maybe like about 22,000, and the truck don't weigh no more than about 20. I guess about, let's just say 30 at most. I doubt this truck 30,000. I don't know the real weight on it, to be honest with you, but I know I'm not gross over 50. I'm gonna say that. Well, anywho, let's keep on trucking. Hawkinsville. Welcome to Swanee, Georgia. Sunny Swanee, Georgia. I think I've been to this place one time before, if I'm not mistaken. But we're gonna make this right turn up here off the exit. Yeah, I've been up here before. I think this is the same place. Man, this exit always be so full. Yeah, let's see. I think once I make this turn, yep, I've been up here before. Cause once I get off the exit, I gotta go ahead and make a left-hand turn. And they pretty quick. They get you in and out pretty quick. Come on, light. I don't see a no turn on red sign, but however, I really can't see past this bridge. If I want to force the issue, I probably could get out there, but hey, I'm not in that much of a hurry. Here we go. that it? Let's see. Okay, this is it right here. I want to do that. Receiving. Well, I made it up here at 11:45. So they are about to go to lunch. Luckily I got good cold AC. I think one of the last times I had to wait at the dock when I came up here, I didn't have AC. I was walking the tree line out there. So luckily this time my AC working pretty good. But this truck, I believe it got a, for some reason I'm thinking it's an injector issue at this moment. I don't believe it's a fuel filter issue. Just when I took off a while ago, I felt the misfire for like the first 3 seconds after I had took off. So I'm thinking I got an injector issue developing, you know. But even at idle, I can feel it. It's not running as steady as it should be, so I know I got a misfire. The question is, which one is it? And my scan gauge actually here, it was giving me a code for injector number 4. Right now it's not giving me a code. I cleared it out, but it was giving me a code for the number 4 injector. So when we do start to dive into it, if I change the filter and run some transmission fluid through it, and that don't change the issue, then when we start looking, I'm gonna be like, when we start doing injector cutout, go straight to number 4, you know. For some reason, I think it's number 4, but we're gonna see though. But when I get back, I'm gonna go get a brand new fuel filter to throw in it. And I know a lot of people say, hey, don't run that transmission fluid, it hurt. But I done seen transmission fluid do wonders on these engines. I really have. And the way my mechanic do it, how he do the lines on, take the lines from the fuel filter loose, and how he run it and have it circulate, basically transmission fluid and the diesel just circulate in the engine, back out, right back in, back out, right back in. You ain't even getting fuel like the fuel tank. I ain't never seen nobody do it, but I see him do it, and it worked wonders, you know, from a truck that's running a little bit off. So if it don't get no better today, then we're gonna take it back down into his shop and get everything taken care of. I know once I leave up out of there, it's gonna be running right. Them facts, you know. So we're gonna hurry up and wait. That's what it's looking like, and hopefully it won't be that long. Matter of fact, I gotta pick my boys up from school. I think they already started on me. I gotta get my boys off the bus at 3:20, so hopefully it won't be that long. But let's hurry up and wait, Oh, I've been watching this guy for like the last 5 minutes. He's been having trouble with this little 20-footer. I think he just about got it now. They come around real quick, and the way he started out, he wasn't set up good at all. He got it now. I guess he ain't used to him. One time I thought he was gonna hit me. I said, all this room out here in this parking lot, you better not hit me, dude. But he got it now though. But it's probably about an hour later. And we are still sitting here at the dock. Yeah, he got it now. Hopefully I can get out of here before this ATL traffic starts. Kind of sliding them tandems. Sometimes they slide real easy, and sometimes they hell. Let's see if here gonna be easy. Oh, there we go. Got them pretty easy. Bam! 2 hours later. And he told me, the dude that unloaded me came out there fussing. Said, man, you should have been out of here. I can't believe nobody touched you while I was gone. He said, somebody should have been unloading you. He said, I was on lunch, but somebody should have been unloading you. He came out there apologizing and stuff. I was like, man, he cool, I ain't tripping. But we out of here. It is approximately 2 o'clock. And I just want to get out of Atlanta before rush hour gets started. So we got to get back down through Spaghetti Junction and get down 285 on the east side. And I'll be good. I think getting past Hudson Bridge Road shouldn't be that bad on a Monday. So let's get on down this road and hopefully everything runs smoothly. I got to stop down here and get some views. And also they wrote me a com checkout Friday for when I was up in McDonald's for those 2 hours. Not 2 hours, 8 hours. So they wrote me out a $435 com check for my detention. We go ahead and make this turn before that traffic gets coming. And I shut my truck out a while ago and it acted like it didn't want to start back up. So I got a real fuel issue going on right now. I'll probably address that tomorrow when I get off. From my other job. Because I ain't gonna have time to mess with it today. And now it's idling fine. That's crazy. Okay, trying to get rough a little bit. It's crazy. It's just something that I gotta look into a little bit to figure out what's going on with it. But basically, idle fine and the next moment idling rough. I don't know. But we're gonna figure it out though. So let's get on down to Swanee and get on down here to 675. We're gonna stop probably on 675 and 85 to QT and get some fuel. Or we might make it on down to 201 and get some fuel. I need to catch this com check, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get out of Atlanta, Georgia. kept on thinking in the back of my mind, it's got to be a fuel-related air issue. Air got to be getting somewhere. Air got to be getting somewhere. That's all kept on going in my head. Air got to be getting somewhere, because it was getting air the other day. And I took it off and just looking over stuff, and it seemed like it got a little bit worse. Well, today going up the road, it definitely had got worse. So I stopped at the TA. I kept on looking over it, making sure I didn't see any air bubbles coming up on the bottom like I did previously. So I was just like, is it an air issue? So when I stopped at the Quick Trip, I said, I'm gonna get me some transmission fluid, because that's what we like to use around here. And also I had some extra seals laying around, the seal that go in the bottom of the bowl and the seal that go on top. And I guess I don't change them every time. If I don't have my toolbox with me to change it every time, because that seal on the bottom of that globe can be hard to get out of there. So I don't know whether I changed it last time or not, but I had some extra up on the seat. So I went ahead and changed the top seal and the bottom seal, put it back together, threw me some transmission fluid in there, and as soon as I got the truck started up, I noticed a difference. So it had to be getting air through that bottom seal, I'm guessing. That's the only place I mean, maybe the top seal, you know, but I'm guessing the bottom seal. But one thing I learned, every time I change my fuel filters, change that bottom seal. And the truck is sitting here running so good, it's running so smooth, so it had to be getting air from the bottom. And I had ran this truck, I changed the fuel filter every 14 to 15,000 miles when I serviced the truck. And it's definitely coming up on the service, but it had ran good all the way up until 13,000 miles. The truck had ran good. No issues, no island issues, running smooth. So it just started getting air. I mean, the housing was tight, everything was tight. It just started getting air. I don't know. I tell you what, I got 40 years of mechanic work around, 80 years of mechanic work around me, from my dad to my truck mechanic. I can call them and get any information, almost any information that I need from them. But one thing I think both of them can both agree on, you never know why something is doing what it do. That seal looked perfectly fine to me. You can sit up here and chase an issue, and you never know what it is, why it did what it did. But it is what it is. The truck running good. I'm sitting up here thinking we gotta get ready to go in there and change the injector. I'm talking about injector issues or all that good stuff, you know, and it was a seal. So I got a service coming up, probably, and like I said, probably about 1,000 miles. I got a service coming up, and when I'm gonna go back with a new fuel filter, and I learned my lesson. Every time I change my fuel filter, change those seals in there. That's my fault. I know it's definitely my fault. But the truck running good, and luckily that's all it was. I get to keep some money in my pocket. Get to keep some money in my pocket. All right, now let's talk about pay. This is what the load pays. A direct message from my dispatch on what the load pays and everything. You see it right here. Okay, it takes me about 80 to 85 gallons of fuel to go up there to Suwanee. All right, on average, you can say I paid about $4 to $4.05 worth of fuel. For fuel, and if you do the math on that, 85 times 4 is 340. So if you subtract 340 from 904, you get anywhere from about 555 to 570. That's my net. So I netted about 560. Okay. Is it great? No, it's not, because last year, the year before that, I was going probably about 30 miles further to Brazelton, and I was netting easily $850, $900. So it's rough out here. But luckily, I got a safety net. I got a safety net, even though, at times I want to get away from it. I got a safety net. All my owner operators out here, I feel for you. But, for me, like I say, I just want 2 loads a week. If I can do 560, let's say 560, 2 days, both days, the 2 loads I do take, that is 1120 if I'm not mistaken. So if I could do that, I'd be happy to do that every week. 1120 after the insurance, I get by 1120, I get by 1050 somewhere after the insurance every week, and that's what I'm looking for. And that's not even going in the port, so if I could do that on a consistent basis. But it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get back up. I'll start building net run 7 to 8 at least when I do loads. But for now, I'm stuck down around anywhere from 4 to 600 range. But it is what it is. My truck running right. I didn't get an opportunity to go pick up my kid, get my kids off the bus today. I got stuck up there a little longer than what I was supposed to, but like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you for riding with DJ, and I will see you in the next one.